Hi, Dr. Hennessy. My name is Torian Dyer. I graduated in 2013 with a master's in energy tech and mechatronics. And why that's important is because I kind of I was blessed to be in one of those open-ended research companies. And speaking on industrialization, with the rise of robotics and the diminishing returns on outsourcing, what does Stanford and Stony Brook need to do to kind of serve the students in terms of, excelling in that area? Because my research required me to have to do a lot of private study that wasn't in the coursework.
Yeah. So I'd say this is an area where there's growing interest, but probably not enough investment in education and preparing people for going into it. I think there is some opportunity to reclaim some parts of the manufacturing space doing this, particularly when we have products which are short-lived, which a lot of our tech products now, they get replaced in less than a year. It's really hard to set up a manufacturing plant somewhere else outside the U.S. if your product lifetime is only a year. Because when you first start, you've got to deliver some improvements to it. You've got to get the manufacturing costs down. There are a lot of things that go on in that tight loop. So I think there is, particularly with the use of robotics, I mean, if you look at it inside an iPhone or a tablet, there's not a lot of hand assembly going on anymore. It's not about labor cost. It is some about tax incentives and other things like that we probably need to align properly. But we also need to educate people who know how to go into that background and be well prepared for it. And I think if we do that, then we have a chance of grabbing some of this manufacturing back. And I think if we don't do it soon, it's even going to get more difficult. And if you watch what's happened over time, this started many years ago with low-tech manufacturing in post-World War II Japan, and then in Taiwan. The manufacturing that goes on now in Shenzhen, right? I mean, in Foxconn, or the manufacturing that goes on in South Korea, primarily in Samsung. This is not low-tech manufacturing. This is really high-tech, really good stuff. And that means it's not, if you let this continue, we're not going to ever get back in that business.
That point was made by the MIT president.